And BC, people, what's going on today with you guys? It's great to have you guys on with me on my final show here in America for a while. If you don't know yet, it'd be a while before I come back home. But the Loyal BBN Fan Show will continue to go. We got Monday night shows like we are now, and we also got Wednesday night shows with Leah and Jimmy. So please continue to tune in, support these guys. I know it's slow times right now, but we here, and the most important thing is we're gonna show up, and we'll see where the show takes us. So, Leah, how you? First of all, Leah, condolences to your family. Our hearts go out with you as well too. So, once you join the Loyal BBN Fan Show, you family, and we just want you to know that we love you and that we, if you're here, we're here for you if you need us.
Thank you. I appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah. Beast, go ahead, Leah.
Oh, other than that, things are good.
Absolutely, that's good. BC
I wish
is
this weather would quit.
Yeah, it rained today. It was bad all day today, and then it's rained, and then it rained, and then it stopped, and now it look like it's beautiful outside. Let's just make up their mind. What we gonna have today? But hey, I'm just happy to be above the ground and not below the ground. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's always BC. What's good, man?
Man, everything, man. Hey, I want to give a toast to Big Mike.
Yeah.
Last show in the United States of America. Last show.
You, Big Mike.
Love you. Hey,
our host, our president, the man with the plan, aka Kaiser Sose, the man, Big Mike. Toast to you, bro.
I appreciate it. Hey, guys, as I said before, this is water.
Kaiser Sose.
This is you know what I mean? This is a little yak.
hey, this is lemonade.
Let's clarify any doubters out
And
there.
obviously, this is just Pepsi.
I thought that was Bud Light. With the blue. Yeah, she said, "Let me clarify this." She said that we can. She said that we can get. She said that we can get them Bud Light.
That's that 0%.
Yeah.
Pepsi, if you're out there.
I know, right? Christopher and Kentucky Rick, thank you guys for joining in. Appreciate you guys. That means a lot to me. Christopher, it's good to see you. Hey, guys, also right now, if you're keeping up with the WNBA, please,
WNBA.
Kentucky Rick is doing this thing. Kentucky Rick's even writing now, and he's putting together some articles, some blogs. Man, I tell you what, when I tell you this guy is dedicated to women's sports and just keeping up and just making sure that they get noticed. Kentucky Rick, man, he's the best out there in the business.
Say he's writing.
He's writing that. He's writing.
Nice.
He's writing articles. Hey, he's writing articles now for basketball.
Okay, I see
awesome.
you.
Yeah. So
I see you, Kentucky Rick.
So he's doing it big, man. So if you watch women's sports, especially NBA, BC, I'm not sure if you know, but I went to a WNBA game in New York.
Oh, you did?
Big up, Kentucky
New
Rick.
York?
Yeah, in New York. I went to see
New York.
New York. No, I went to see the women's
In New York.
in New York. Yeah.
National
Wow.
It was at not MSG. I went to MSG, but the game.
Barclays?
Yeah, it was at Barclays Center.
Man, no
Nice
matter. It was
arena,
in New
bro.
York.
Huh?
It was in New York.
Yeah, nice arena, bro. Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Now.
Yes, New York.
So it was
New York.
So that was fun. So the funny part about me leaving though is we got tickets and we got reservations in Dominican Republic at the end of the month. So now my reservations are gonna have to get canceled because I'm gonna be in Saudi. So
Oh yeah. Oh.
that sucks big time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a family trip. But that they're gonna go ahead and go as well. So they're like, well, no one told you to go, so we ain't stopping our life. We ain't stopping our life just for you.
Nobody made you.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, that's why we call him Big Mike. He goes from New York to Saudi to all around the world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a real big time.
Yeah.
Toast
And
to
you
Big
know,
Mike again.
We don't get no postcards, but you
You will. I see you. You will. Well, I'm not the only one to be moving around because apparently Vince Marrow is going to Louisville as the GM. What's going on with Kentucky football, guys?
Man, let that sink in for a minute, y'all. He's going from Kentucky to Louisville.
Yeah.
He's not going from Kentucky to Pitt or Kentucky to North Carolina or Kentucky to somewhere else.
Yeah.
He's going from Kentucky to Louisville, man. That's like, But I don't blame him, though. I don't blame him.
Why?
I would do the same thing.
Explain that. Why is that?
Because he's going from to be a GM.
He's going from a tight end coach
to a GM.
To a GM.
Imagine that.
So does Kentucky already have a GM in place?
I don't know, but that's like going from janitor to you the principal.
But
talk
Louisville,
about hey, shoot.
I got
mopping the floors, then it's the fries, and next week.
The next week you hired and firing people.
The next week you get the combination to the safe.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Like who
I got a question.
Okay.
BC.
What's up?
What do you think this does to Stoops if he doesn't have a good year?
Oh man, you know what? Since you asked the question, I'm going to answer it.
Yeah.
Usually I'll be like, I don't want to talk about that, but I don't know. I don't know. Kentucky, it's Kentucky football. It is what it is. I can beat a dead horse. I don't know. He's going to obviously a better football program. Yes, I said it.
Yeah,
Eddie Grant is supposedly the GM. Eddie Grant.
Because I know he was like players operations or something like that since he's been back at Kentucky. But I guess now I guess the new phrase is general manager. It is.
Yeah, you know what? That's what dollars do.
Dollars make you move, huh?
You have a better euphemism and everything. It's like because it was athletic director.
Yeah.
Now it's GM.
It went to head of player personnel.
Yeah.
The GM sounds so much more official.
Dealing with the dollars. Because you can pay college players now.
Yeah.
They like NFL players, and it's going to hurt college football. Mark my word. It's going to hurt college sports.
Here's the thing, then. It just hit me. If it comes down to a kid deciding Kentucky over Louisville, how damaging or what kind of bad information does Vince Marrow give a recruit if they're deciding their last two teams is Louisville and Kentucky? How bad does he talk down to Kentucky? He's
not going to do that.
I mean, he's got to get the player. He's got to do what he's got to do, right?
But he won't do that. I don't think so. Anything's possible, but I don't think he would do that. I think he would be straight professional. But really, Mike, if you look at it, Mike and Leah, if it's not like you have to persuade a person to go to Louisville over Kentucky.
Right. Better program.
You know what? You know what though? Here's the thing. Louisville beat us last year, but for the past few years, we've owned Louisville.
But Louisville's been in the conversation to be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
They've been in the conversation to win the ACC.
Yeah,
we're mediocre. We're not even mediocre in football. I'm not even going to say that.
I don't.
We were 5 years ago.
Yeah,
for the first 6-7 games,
and then when we get hit in the face,
we went to a bowl.
Yeah,
right.
That's
Those
true.
no-name bowls that they make up just to give everybody a trophy.
If I'm Coach Marrow, first of all,
I don't blame him.
Let me ask you this: is he still the big dog, or is that name gone?
No, he's the big dog.
He'll always be
like Glenn Robinson.
Just not at Kentucky.
Not at Kentucky.
Right.
No, he's still big dog at Kentucky. Because of the respect.
How's the Kentucky fans reacting to this?
They should be happy for him.
No.
Like I said, he's going to be a G. Was they going to offer anything close to that at Kentucky?
Probably not.
A linebacker coach. Think about that. He must have a hell of a resume going from linebacker coach to GM.
No. He was tight end coach.
Was he tight end?
Tight end, which is
tight end.
Yeah.
Tight end.
Which is still a step down from linebacker.
But what I'm saying is he must have a hell of a resume going from a tight end coach to GM. Think about that.
His player recruitment and his player connections are phenomenal. And if anybody's going to connect with the players and get them to Louisville, he will.
I don't blame him.
I have to ask I asked a question, and it's a hard question. How can we consider Vince? I mean, and look, I've always thought this, and this is nothing that I just thought about just because of course, he sent me a video, and because I think KSR, those guys are doing the show too. But my question is Vince Marrow a really, really good recruiter? But we never really brought in big 5-star players. We never brought in a lot of high-profile 4-star players. Or like if you look at the recruiting that we get now, majority of our recruits around the 3-star area. Now, don't get me wrong, some of those guys have come in and played ball. Josh Allen wasn't even. I don't think he was even a star. Those guys, they came in and they played football. But overall, when you look at Kentucky football as a whole, Vince Marrow, Coach Stoops, these guys wasn't out here recruiting 5-star players. We don't have the talent needed to compete in the SEC. So if people want to call Vince Marrow that strong of a recruiter, he never could go out there and close a deal on a big-time 5-star player.
But was that because of him, or was that because of the program and the state of the program?
That could be. So are you yeah? Can he do that at Louisville?
I strongly disagree.
Okay.
The reason why I strongly disagree is because we have had good players. We just haven't had that stud for a quarterback.
Okay.
That's been the missing link to Kentucky football. The quarterback.
How do we get that
Now, we got paid players now. Because if you go back and you look at the talent we have had. Look at how good the defense has been good, been good for the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
But what about our quarterback play? Look how good the running backs have been. Look how good the receivers have been. But what about the quarterback play?
Okay, I put a lot of that on Stoops, and let me tell you why. Just because of the fact that when we've got a good quarterback that's sitting.
When have we had one?
Well, I'm just saying, if the first string quarterback is in there doing a crap job, and he's doing a crap job, take him out. When you leave a guy in, I know they say work through it, but you can't work through it a whole dang game. Like you need to take them out when they're not. Stoops has a problem with that.
Miss Leah, that's how bad the second string quarterback is.
I know. I'm just trying to look now. We've had a couple that were decent.
Yeah.
That probably should have been given a chance when they weren't.
Anytime you can't throw the ball 20 yards down the field, it's a problem.
Yes.
It's a problem.
Then why are we putting more money in? We need to start putting more money into quarterbacks now that we can pay somebody.
There you go.
The question is, and it's also going to fall on Coach Stoops to allow his offensive coordinator to do his job and not try to keep interfering with it and putting handcuffs on it. You got to do that too.
He's been doing that forever. Everything has to go through him. Why do you have an offensive coordinator if it has to run through you first? I mean,
needs it. Like in my opinion, Coach Stoops need to go to the other. He need to go to the other end of his sideline. Him and the offensive coordinator, they need to be on opposite sides of their sideline. And the OC needs to be calling the plays, and Stoops to find out when everybody else finds out what the play is as well too.
I thought Wimsatt was better too than Vandergriff. but that was
So
my opinion.
this weekend I met a father. I went to Lexington this weekend, and I met a father of one of the players, and I think his son is he's a freshman. He's going to be a tight end, and he saw me. Me and my wife, we had our shirts on, so he saw our shirts and he walked past us, and we were standing somewhere, and he looped around and came back and said, "Hey, what is the lawyer? What's this about?" And me and him was talking, and then he told me, said, "Hey, my son just signed with the team and everything." And then that's the big thing with him too as well. And now that Vince Marrow went out and recruited his son as a tight end, and now Vince Marrow's gone, and now his son's still there. But he said his son had offers at other schools, at other big time schools, but they chose Kentucky because his son is an athlete, but his son wanted to come to Kentucky so he can be the man, so he can start something strong for himself.
And I see that. I see somebody wanting to get their start and build here and grow here. And if they've got that confidence in themselves, they just need to prove it out on the field.
Yeah.
And I don't really think Vince Marrow leaving's going to affect the players like some fans think it will, if that makes sense.
But a lot of times these kids are following coaches. Now, he might not follow Vince Marrow or him per se, but I mean, if Vince was the reason why a lot of these kids came to Kentucky,
that's a problem.
Like unless they fall in love with Kentucky and buy into what Stoops is trying to do, then I give them a year and then they're gonna be out, because I didn't come here to play for Stoops. I came here because I had a connection with Vince Marrow. Now I want out.
My question: What is Stoops trying to do?
I don't know, because Vince Marrow, since he got at Kentucky, from my understanding, and somebody can correct me, Vince Marrow has always been Coach Stoops' right-hand man. I think their relationship was broke when Stoops was trying to go at the 12th hour, at the 11th hour, when he was trying to go to A&M. And Vince Marrow was like, "Oh, so you're going to just dump the program that easy and just leave?" So it's one of those situations,
their relationship hasn't seemed the same since then.
I want to put up this right here from Nobody. Easy to be a standout 5-star at UK around a bunch of 5 stars. Stoops can't get a team of 5 stars like Georgia, Alabama. They can't. So is it real? I mean, is Kentucky a program that we're at the point now? Even though you got NIL, we got to come out the pockets majorly just to get a guy to get away from. Just to get a guy to go, "Oh, you want to go to Bama? Well, we'll pay you $200,000 more." "Oh, well, I got to get paid. My family's in a situation. I need money. So we'll go to Kentucky." Or BC, are they ready? Are they truly ready? And now that the universities, I don't know the whole full gist of it, but now that the universities can pay the athletes themselves, how does this work out? Are they willing to open up? Is Mitch Barnhart saying, "Let's open up checkbook and let's get some guys here"?
Like I said, with football, it's got to start with the quarterback. It's got to. You take like University of Georgia. You take Alabama. If they don't have a stud as a quarterback, they mediocre.
Yeah,
that's plain and simple. You got to have that quarterback that's the stud. That's like I said, Kentucky has done good recruiting, just not at the quarterback position. Because you can have a stud as we have had at the running back position. We got good running back coming this year, 2 of them.
Yeah.
If you don't have a quarterback that can throw downfield, we had good receivers. Key left. We had good receivers.
How do we let them go, bro?
Because if you are a receiver, Mike, you play football. If you're a receiver and you got a quarterback, can't throw 20 yards down the field, and every play is drawn up not to even pass the ball, it's not going to work out.
No.
It starts with the quarterback. If we get a quarterback that's a stud, it changes everything. You look at every program
in baseball.
Yes. Yes. You look at every program in college football that's in the playoffs, that's winning, they got a good quarterback.
Okay.
They got a quarterback that's going to be first round, top 10 pick.
Yeah.
You got to get that. You look at Texas with Manning.
But it's going to take a whole lot of this to pull a kid away from Texas and Alabama and Georgia's and the Michigans. Are we willing to go? And then can we convince them enough that, hey, come here to Kentucky and play quarterback?
Nah, I don't know about that.
And as you said, and until that problem is fixed, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we bring in good running backs. It doesn't matter if we bring in good receivers. It doesn't matter if we bring in big time linebackers and safeties. If we ain't got that quarterback, because if we look back over the last few years of Kentucky football, what has helped us win ball games? Our defense. Our offense did just enough to outscore the opponent, unless our defense was able to score on defense. Other than that, and if it's a close game and our offense is playing subpar, we losing a ball game.
You think about it, way we played Georgia. Just think if we had a big time quarterback. Now Georgia's quarterback was all right. He wasn't big time. He was all right. He just had a bunch of good players.
Okay,
but that hurt them when they went in the playoffs.
Yeah,
it hurt because they didn't have that quarterback who I don't think he was a stud.
But he won.
But it hurt.
But he won a national championship though.
Yes, because of look where he got around him. You could have took Kentucky's quarterback and put him in there, and they wouldn't won a national championship with that squad.
Right.
I guess.
Right.
You got a point there.
But what I'm saying is, if Kentucky is not it has to be that. I know they know this.
Yeah.
The quarterback is the most important position.
Yes.
And we haven't had a stud since Tim Couch.
Agreed.
Has it been that long?
Since Tim Couch.
BC said, and you ain't changing my mind on that either.
And think about it. And we done had a whole bunch of good players.
Yeah.
Offensively, defensively, that done came through.
Yeah.
They had successful NFL careers.
We got a question from A. Let me see if I can throw that up on the screen for a second. Make sure I get enough time for that to stay up. A asked a question. Let me see if I can do this right here. What do you think about NIL and the fact that Louisville has a bigger economy than Lexington? What could that do for basketball and football moving forward? Leah, what you think?
From somebody that lives close to Louisville,
yeah,
I do see the difference in the economy. I do believe that with Kentucky doing the whole LLC now and becoming a corporation themselves, away from the college, I think that the NIL is going to get bigger at Kentucky.
Okay,
because I think they have plans in place as far as ways to raise that money as the corporation.
Okay.
Separate and above, and the cap that they're talking about putting on the NIL, like 21 million.
Okay. I think it's 22. I think it is
21 or 22.
Yeah, it's close.
They said that they would be split between all of the programs.
Yeah.
And, you look at that, and yes, they were going to do, a lot more for basketball, then there's football, then there's everybody else. I think everybody else got like 10% split.
Yeah.
Like it was really high, but I do think that the whole corporation thing is going to make a difference. I think Kentucky is Kentucky. And I think basketball wise, I don't think it'll really affect.
Okay.
Football wise, I think NIL could really affect the football program. Unless we have money to buy the players and buy a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like you said, BC, if you don't have that main peg in the puzzle first to build around, it doesn't matter what you have out here. We can have a running back that can get all the way down, or a wide receiver that can get all the way down the field. But if the quarterback can't get him the ball, it doesn't matter if he's down there in the end zone doing this. If you can't get in the ball, it's not going to happen.
That's true. Hink. So someone by name of Hink BC said Woodson was pretty good too.
Andre Woodson was pretty good.
He's all right.
Yeah. She said he ain't Tim Couch.
Tim Couch was better than Andre Woodson.
Yeah. BC said next question. BC said, I'm not moving from Tim Couch. You can say what you. Hey, Lynn Bowden was pretty good.
Tim Couch.
Tim Couch. Let's do
Big dude. What was Big dude's name?
Jared
Lorenz.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah,
the hefty lefty.
Ain't no Tim Couch.
Yeah,
We ain't had a stud since Tim Couch. Tim Couch, where you go in the draft?
He wasn't number one though, was he? Was he number one?
Yes.
Hey, you see how big he is now? This dude he's stoked, bro. Like that's when I come back from overseas, I'm gonna be big like Tim Couch. I'm gonna eat all my vegetables and everything.
We do that. That's like Peanut was saying. We gotta have a line.
Yeah,
but it starts with the quarterback.
Yep,
it does.
It starts with the quarterback. You gotta have, and that's from pro level, high school level, not really a big deal, but from college to pro level, you gotta have the quarterback as that stud.
Nobody said BC. We learned no matter what the quarterback, if you don't have a line, end up quitting football because of the line won't hold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you got to get that quarterback.
So
you gotta have a line too.
So do you get a quarterback before you get a line?
You gotta get the quarterback first.
Well,
you also got to get one that knows how to fall properly. That's not going to get injured all the time.
You got to get a quarterback first.
He's got to know how to tank it.
You got to get a quarterback. Then after you get a quarterback, then you start working on the line.
I guess you do. Hey, you know what? I'm done, man.
Hey, man, you got to get. Hey, as football, that you got to have the quarterback.
Who's going to throw the ball? Who's going to,
He's got to be the best player on the team. They don't put offensive linemen up when they showing who's playing the game. They put the quarterback up there.
You go. Who's the face? So, hey, just so you know, BC, I got 3 flights to get to. It's gonna take me 3 flights to get to Saudi. And on my second flight, which is about 14 hours, I'm gonna wake up out of my sleep. Just get a quarterback. They're gonna be like, "Hey man, we don't do no screaming on this flight." You know what I mean? We gotta stop that.
Just get a quarterback.
Don't do that.
It's not rocket science.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's you just look at our football program.
Yeah, it's like trying to play basketball without a point guard.
What about what? Hey, okay. What about what Carl said? Carl said we had to get a coach first in order to get a quarterback.
Well, you know what? A great quarterback makes coach look good.
Yeah, that's true. But if you can't get that quarterback in to make you look good, then you got to have a good coach so he can make you look good.
Now you know what? We have had the conversation about Mark Stoops.
Yeah,
y'all know how I feel about that.
Yeah,
to me, it's. Our expectations in football is to get to a bowl now. I mean, not a bowl, a playoff.
Yeah.
We're not going to get to no playoffs this year.
We ain't getting played. We're not going to make playoffs for a while, bro.
But hey, y'all know I'm like Mark Stoops. If it was the basketball program, Leah, you know this too.
Yeah.
If it was the basketball program, he would have been gone 4 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
maybe
long as he don't have a lifetime contract. Yeah.
Well, that life contract is winning.
Yeah, that's winning.
That's saying.
That's gonna win all day, man.
That's why he got a life contract, because he's winning.
Exactly.
He was bringing a lot of money in.
So I got a comment from a guy that I had that I had the honors of meeting this weekend. JW, stay out of the portal for quarterback, build one.
Right.
Look, okay.
What?
This is stay out of the portal for a quarterback, build one. So basically, every year we go out and we get a new quarterback.
Who said it?
JW. But think about it. We don't every year we go every year. We go out. We get a new quarterback, and every year it fails. It doesn't work.
That's the problem.
But
We've been trying to build one.
No, we don't build one. We bring one in every single year. Now, here's the thing. What's the guy's name that stuck around? I can't think of his name. Me and JW, we was talking, and what was his name? We thought he was going to transfer this year, and they brought in the new quarterback. I can't think of his name off the back. JW, help me out.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't.
Yeah. I can't. His name's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think. But he stuck around at Kentucky. But they brought in another quarterback. So, do you bring in another quarterback, and are you continue to build over the guys
Cutter.
already? Who Cutter? Yeah. I think what is it, Cutter Bowl, right?
Yeah.
So they keep bringing in quarterbacks every year to build over the guys that they already got. So you got a guy that's been in the program for 2 or 3 years, and what happens? They bring in somebody else to learn the system on the fly. But I've been faithfully here for 3 years, and you keep looking over me like you're not giving me the opportunity. Now he played at the end of the year last year. But we had some tough games last year that he had to face too. So, I don't know football like a lot of people know football, and people probably gonna tell me that I'm crazy, and that's okay because I love people when they correct me, and I love people when they have an opinion too as well. But we got to stop recruiting over the guys that we have.
I gotta ask you a question.
Okay, I don't have an answer, but I'll help you.
You got this is for both of you. You got Zach. What's his name? Zach Hazada.
Okay.
And Cutter.
Yes. He's the new guy that came in.
Now, are they studs? Do you think they studs as quarterback?
Neither one of them.
I don't mind if Kentucky throw the whole house to get a quarterback.
Okay.
To get a Manning coming
every
out
single year. Get a new one every single year.
No. If you get a stud, you don't have to get one every single year.
But then you building though. You building a program around him though. But if I get a stud in this year, and he's sticking around next year, then I'm building around him.
Yes, you build around him.
But the problem is the last few years, what has Kentucky did? Kentucky's got a new quarterback every year coming in.
But we haven't had no stud.
Exactly. That's the point.
I'm talking about a guy that you come in, build around. You ain't really got to like coach him up. He passed for 5,000-6,000 yards in high school. He's that dude.
Cutter Bowl was a good quarterback in high school, though. I don't know if it was.
He was okay.
Okay.
If he was if he was that good, if he was that good, Mike, you know.
I mean, so Winstead didn't get the opportunity last year. They threw him in here, threw him in there. But like if he transferred again, but if you would have gave him the Rams from day one and let him go out there and progress and grow in the UK system, and then he didn't the mindset of him leaving again, he could have came back in year 2 and could have been dangerous. We don't know. High school, he was a stud. He came out of Orangeburg, I think it was.
You better throw the house.
Yeah.
He better make him the highest paid player in college.
And they better work for that too.
Yeah. I mean, you got to show up and you got to work. That's for sure.
Man, hey, y'all know how I feel about football.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart. I want the football program to be good.
Yeah.
I want them to be at least in the play. If they just in the playoffs, I'm happy.
Yeah. Oh, that big. I mean, that'd be huge.
BC, I want a reason to get my season tickets back because I let go of them 5 years ago. It just wasn't worth it to me. Like I do love the program, but
yeah,
I want a reason to get my tickets back.
Yeah.
I definitely understand.
I would buy those tickets if the money went to buy us a quarterback.
Here's
something else I have
yeah.
to say real
Go
quick.
ahead.
When we played South Carolina,
Okay.
they had Darude there, like the DJ Darude.
Okay.
And remember how pumped up they were?
Yeah.
How hyped they were? We need something to get the fans going. Like, I'm sorry, but it's getting boring.
I got to answer for it. Win. Win a game.
Well, yeah, but
Practice.
I'm just saying we
Practice.
need to get pumped up though.
Yeah,
The team's sitting there,
Yeah.
We need something to make it more exciting, like winning. Of
The
course.
the more, I mean, the bigger fan experience. And for me, I think it's there. I feel like that the Kentucky fans will show up and show out if there's a great product coming on the field week in and week out. I think
they've been showing up when it's not a great product. I give kudos Kentucky fans.
Yeah.
They are jam-packed in Kroger Field.
Yeah, they are.
They are. And I've gone to games, even though I got rid of my tickets, I've still gone to games.
Yeah. So I think this is the as nobody says, it shows Cutter's love for Kentucky to stick around 3 years. People that ain't getting no playing time this day and time, they're not sticking around 3 years. They're just not.
Right.
You got Travis Perry, a Kentucky, a Kentucky legend in high school. Not even he's sticking around. So when does Cutter get his chance? Oh, no problem, Cutter. Not right now. We're gonna bring somebody else in. There's a list of top 10 quarterbacks. Actually, if you look at all 16 quarterbacks, a lot of people have Kentucky's quarterback towards the bottom of the list. The bottom of the list. So what does that tell you about this year? Kentucky fans are already telling you we may win 4 games this year. It's rough. So, but hey, when I'm in Saudi, guess what I'll be doing at 3:00 in the morning? Go Cats. Come on, win the ball game, guys. Come on. And then what I say after they lay an egg, I ain't getting up no more. In the next ball game, let's go Cats. Let's go Cats. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean it's I'm talking about like 19-hour days that I do just to watch a Kentucky game. I will.
Oh, I still watch them.
So
I don't miss a game.
It's rough. Yep. So I call in sick if it's a big game. I'm sick today, guys. Okay. Bro, let me tell you.
It's painful watching.
It is. Bro, do you know in these companies, you get almost 50 to 55 sick days a year.
Wow.
Paid. Yeah. Yes. Paid.
Oh man, shoot, they think I got AIDS or something. Boy, I'm sick all the time.
That's like 7-8 weeks a year.
Man, I'm sick all the time, man.
Yep. And I think the most sick days I've ever taken since I've been doing this in 1 year is probably 4.
Wow.
I just don't call in. I think I go to work because if I stay at home, I'm like, what am I going to do all day? Nothing. So I just go to work.
Seem like they wanting you to call in.
I guess.
Right.
Man,
that sounds like my dad when he retired from the post office. They paid him for all of his sick days.
Yeah,
and my dad had only missed 1 day in 1 week in 28 years.
Wow,
they paid him for a year and 27 days of sick time.
Oh my goodness, dude, we going fishing. That's for sure. Yeah, for real. We really going fishing. Oh my God. Oh yeah. So the question that I was asked as well, can you guys keep in contact with me while I'm gone? Well, I do have a number, and most of you guys have it, 270-220-0994. You guys can text me at any time. So while you guys are sleeping, I'm up hoping UK gets better. So it's always we're always up, that's for sure. Who's going to be the next Recruit. Ooh, who's going to be the next recruiting coach? I don't know. Is it going to be Mark Stoops? He's going to be. I mean, he's already the offensive coordinator, so go ahead and be the recruiter too. I don't know. That's a good question, Chris.
Send in my resume.
Hey,
you should.
Let's do it.
BC.
That's a UK media department is corny. This right here is what you was talking about right here, Leah. Let me see if I can get this pulled up right here. The UK media department is corny. They play a rap song, blow the air and siren, play a horse racing trumpet, and the fight song all at the same time. I bet opposing teams laugh at us.
Exactly.
Got to get better,
needs
bro.
To change. Like everything needs to change. The program, quarterback, and then, just it needs to change.
JW says we would get hype. We would get hype with the new, younger coach that has swag. Who wants to come to Kentucky? Well, I mean, like I said, I've always thought I've always heard it that Kentucky is one of the easiest programs in college football to coach because it's Kentucky football. Win a couple of games and the fan base is okay. So, until we change that, and how do we do that? We do that by not going to the ball games. Because if you hit the program in the pockets, if people stop filling the stand, if people stop buying hot dogs and nachos and cups and all this kind of stuff, and you ain't making that money, because we all know that the football program is what runs the athletic department in any program. And I don't care, even though Kentucky's that big in basketball, the football program still runs the university athletic department. So until that football team is hit in the pockets, I don't see things changing. I don't. Got to hit him in the pockets, BC. Make him hurt. And in the famous words of BC, Tim Couch.
Hey, you gotta get Tim Couch. You gotta get Urban Meyer. You gotta get something like that. You gotta get something to move the needle, man. We talked about that before. That's my stance.
Yeah.
You gotta get and I like Coach Stoops.
Yeah.
But you gotta get an Urban Meyer type guy in there. Look what Belichick with North Carolina. Look how he moved the needle.
Yep, right. He did.
You gotta get a coach. You gotta get the quarterback.
Yep,
exactly.
That's what moves the needle.
I mean, if I was a high school player and I was getting recruited and I had a chance to go play, since Saban's not in the league no more. If I had a chance to go play for Bill, I would go play for him. I would. I mean, he knows people. He can get you.
I need to put my resume in.
I think you need to too.
Because I'll call Coach Saban. Hey, Coach, well, you got a few more years in you.
Yeah.
Come on, Kentucky.
Yeah.
What you want? How much you want?
Give you what you want. Yep.
Right.
That'll move the needle.
Is Brad White a good enough defensive coordinator to get it done at Kentucky?
What, as head coach or as defense coordinator?
Defense coordinator.
Oh, what?
Huh? Come on, Brad White. Lock in that. For my thing is one thing that's different about this year than it has been in previous years is you haven't heard a lot of people talking about, watch out, we're gonna do some things this year. Of course, a lot of that was coming from Vince too, as well. I'm not throwing no shade on Vince. I mean, the guy got a major promotion. He had to go do what he had to do. But we haven't heard a lot of watch. We got some good players. We got some dogs this year. We're gonna do some things. So this year's football team has been really, really quiet. I hope they're really behind closed doors, taking care of business, so that can reflect on the football field. And if the fan base can see these guys out there making some moves out there, we got to beat South Carolina. Beating Vandy we got to beat Vandy. We can't let that quarterback beat us this year. But once again, he's a good quarterback, and we don't have it. And that's the difference of that ball game. They had a quarterback that closed that ball game, and we didn't. And Vandy beat us.
Not beating Vandy.
We not beat Vandy this year neither?
No, not beating Vandy. I've been watching Kentucky on the inside on the SEC network.
Okay.
they had them on there where they was talking to coaches and players all that. I've been checking that out. Everybody looks. It's you know this, Mike.
Yeah.
Leah, you know this too. Everybody looks good before the first game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everybody's great before the first game. Everybody's expectations is high before the first game.
True.
But we know, as Kentucky fans, we know about the football program and what's going to happen.
That's true.
Yep.
We know this.
Yep.
And we can't win the first game of the year by finding a way to close it out in the fourth quarter. I think that has a little bit of setting the tone of the season if you're struggling in your first ball game at home against a team that's only coming in to get a payday, but these guys, they got other plans about upsetting us.
Well,
and we don't play something. Now, I get it. You got to work out the kinks in week one. But if we want to call ourselves a true SEC team, that little team that comes in and plays us, we have to show our dominance. We have to bend our necks back, and we got to prove to them that we're in the SEC for a reason, and you're not. But every year, it seems like year after year, it takes until the end of the third quarter before we can eventually say, okay, let's take over the game. Other than that, we're like, first series, 3 and out. Second series, 3 and out. Hey, I guess you ain't got no quarterback.
Nope.
Gosh, boy, it just man, it hits me. It just chills up my spine. Just the 3 and outs.
Yeah, 3 and out.
Like, we might be second down 2.
Yeah,
and then we don't, and we go 3 and out. Yeah, how does that happen? How is it second down and 2? We can't get 2 yards and we go 3.
I don't get it.
Second and 1 and be 3 and out.
Yep. That's
I know. We got Toledo first game. Eastern Michigan second game.
Look, I got 2 words for you guys. Tim Couch.
Tim Couch.
Hey.
Tim Couch for president.
We can talk about Tim Couch all day.
We need another Tim Couch.
Big time.
That would be good. Yeah. My
it's
computer.
Just, man,
what's up?
It's just it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's Kentucky football. That's what we I guess that's why we're so pumped for basketball.
Yeah.
Probably. George has a good comment. This is what happens when you pay a coach $9 million to take you to the Liberty Bowl every year. You can't compete in the SEC with 3-star players. And that's right.
That's the point. Yep. And
gotta buy that quarterback.
Yep. So, because look, I have to say Kentucky's defense, they've put together some games.
They've been good.
That they said we would do our part. We would do everything we can to win this ball game. And then the offense goes on the field. And I'm sorry, our defense is tired. And then they go 3 and out. And guess what's back in the ball game? Their defense. Hands on the hips, ain't got a chance to breathe. That's a bad combination right there.
They work their butts off and they get an interception and we get the ball back and then nothing.
Now you think about it. Georgia beat Kentucky 13-12. And then we beat Ole Miss 20-17. And then we lost to Vandy 20-13. We lost to Florida 48-20. We lost to Auburn 20-10. We lost to Tennessee 28-18. And we lost to Texas 31-14. Lost to Louisville 41-14. That's just lack of quarterback play.
Yep.
And if you look at those games, the quarterbacks was better.
Nobody said I used to play basketball with Tim Couch every summer. His cousin was my boyfriend. He said, "No, best friend, not what's the name?" He is correct.
Not boyfriend. BF means best friend, not boyfriend.
He was my best friend. Hey, he said, let me clarify this before the world sees this.
Man, only in 2025.
Yeah, only so.
Yeah, that's the
For
only
real.
time you gotta clarify
That's
that.
You gotta
2025
clarify
language.
that for real. I don't want to
Gotta
Y'all
get that
on it.
right.
Hey, BC, you told me how to turn. Was that you? Now somebody else told me how to turn off Siri. My Siri keeps wanting to come up. Siri, I don't want to talk
What?
to you.
Oh, you talking about on your phone?
No, on my computer, it keeps
Oh.
popping up to
Oh,
talk.
you
to
gotta
me.
go to
You
notifications.
gotta go in your settings, your
Okay.
notifications, and
I'm not I'm not that savvy, uh, for real. That's the only bad part about going overseas. I don't mind getting up and watching the ball games. That's not a big thing. But like if I gotta go to work, I gotta sit in my car and it's dark and like man, I gotta turn on my light and I gotta bring a little light from my room just to put on the front seat, just to shoot some
oh
light up.
wow.
And I'm like, but hey, I keep going. I enjoy on a quarterback, but we need a stack of running backs and wide receivers. JW, let me see.
Y'all are on a quarterback, but we need to stack at running back and wide receiver and the line. Hell, we can get a quarterback that can get the ball to the playmakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. If you can't get it there,
Yeah. I mean, BC, you said we're gonna have some good running backs this year. Some solid ones.
Yeah, we're gonna have good. Got some good running backs.
Um,
Yes, I'm in on a quarterback.
I think the receiver room might be good.
Every coach in the nation, every GM in the nation is on a quarterback.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
that's gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Well, I'm glad I'm not a candidate because I can't throw the ball 5 feet.
That's why if a quarterback, that's why a quarterback in the NFL, if they win 8 games, and we can talk about Daniel Jones, if they win like 8 games or even 6 games in a row, they get paid $25,000 a year. I mean 25 million a year.
Really?
That's how valuable quarterbacks are.
Yeah, bonus.
That's why they the best players on the field. That's why they get paid so much.
Yep.
That's why the Pittsburgh Steelers went up to Aaron Rodgers because they like, okay, this 41-year-old, maybe he still got it. We're gonna pay him on maybe he still got it.
Oh, so he did. Oh, so he did go to the Steelers.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the quarterback. I know 20, 30 years ago, hey, let's get that running back. We gotta have that running back as a stud, but football has changed.
Yeah.
Your
It
best
has.
players are your quarterbacks. Gotta have them.
I just wished we didn't have to go. I mean, of course, it's just
Then
like
you build around them.
it's just like basketball. I mean, guys are going to come and guys are going to go. But I think if you had, I mean, we talk about this in basketball too, as well too, is bringing young men into the program that can grow in the program. So Cutter's been here for 3 years, and I don't know if he's going to start this year. I don't know if the guy they brought in. Everybody said that the guy that they brought in is not even all that good. So it's like, when do you step aside and says, "Hey, man, I want to see what you can do. I will give you the ring to fail, but I give you a shot."
Well, they having it's a quarterback war going on right now.
It is.
It's who's the best man start. But basketball is a whole lot easier than football.
Yeah. Oh, I understand that too.
Oh, for
Whole
sure.
lot easier than football. Football, you get hit. people get scared in football.
Yeah.
Hey. You could go from all the confidence in the world to you scared in football.
You get hit one time and things change.
I'd rather coach basketball any day.
Oh,
than
absolutely.
football.
Yeah. You can't coach hard.
But it should be
Right.
a quarterback war going on. Who's the best quarterback? Who's going to start?
Earn the position.
Yeah, earn the
Yes.
position. That's for sure.
We need 5 quarterbacks. Is that a 5-star or 5 quarterbacks? Because we could probably use both.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
here's my hopes. My hopes are high that we are going to land that stud quarterback, that 5-star quarterback,
yeah.
that can throw the ball 70 yards,
Yeah.
That accuracy is off the chain. That's going to be a first round draft pick. We going to land that dude. I believe it.
Okay, so
I believe it.
So let me go off of what George has said there.
I might be 60, Leah, but we
we gonna get it.
Wait. How many years does that give me?
they gave you about like at least 14 years.
I mean, I'll be 60 in a few months. So,
but who's counting?
You're 60 or mine?
Yeah, my 60.
So George said, if you're talking about getting in that 5-star, that 5-star or that big time player, should we cut down Stoops' salary to $4 million?
We going back to that again.
Use
That's
that
touchy subject.
I know, but use that other $5 million to bring in a quarterback.
I have said we need to get rid of Coach Stoops.
Okay,
and I don't like firing nobody.
Yeah.
But I have said Coach Stoops is his time to go. But we talked about this on the show.
Yeah.
If you good with making a bowl game, okay. Forgive me.
But if you want to go to the playoffs, we need somebody else.
We need somebody to move the needle. Exactly right. That's why I said we need that Urban Meyer, that Nick Saban, those type of guys. That's why
I agree.
I like what nobody said. Nobody said if it wasn't for Coach Pope's hype, Stoops' seat be scorching. Everybody forget when basketball starts. Yeah, we do. We're so excited. We're so excited about basketball season now that it's just like everybody's like, can we just make the season a little exciting? Just something just to push us through basketball. But now with us playing games in October, even though it's against Purdue, which BC's not in favor of that. He's not in favor of that. He wants to play when it matters. BC wants to play the games when it matters. But believe me, anytime Kentucky steps on the court with an opponent like Purdue, if it's real or not, it matters. I mean, people
no. I was talking to a Purdue fan yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And I was going off about, man, listen.
Come closer.
Listen. Exhibitions are not for main events. Exhibition games are when one of the opponent might be a little less than the other opponent.
Okay.
Like if you took a female tennis player,
and
you went against a male tennis player, that'd be an exhibition.
Yeah.
If you took a UFC fighter, you going against a boxer in a boxing event at exhibition.
Okay.
But when it comes to Kentucky and Purdue, who's going to be number 1 and number 2, it's not an exhibition.
Oh my gosh, I agree with you. Kentucky versus Eastern Kentucky exhibition.
Make it an exhibition. And here's the thing. Kentucky has had so many great players. You could bring former players back and raise all the money you want to.
Yeah. They used to do that. I went to one.
Now,
they had former players playing against the team, and it was an exhibition.
Exactly.
I went.
That's going to raise a whole lot of money.
Yeah,
but if Purdue was like ranked 50, okay, you have an exhibition all you want to.
No problem.
But not when they're in the top.
Thank you, Leah. Thank you.
That is not exhibition. If somebody is right there even with you, matched, that is not an exhibition.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna mute. Hey, I'm going to mute both of y'all, okay? Because I don't want to hear it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna mute both of y'all because I don't want to hear this.
Thank you.
For real.
But yeah. I'm sorry, but an exhibition to me is us either playing against former players or like a major underdog, like somebody that has no choice and no chance.
And they just want the money.
They just want to play against this, and it's just for hey.
Let me get some TV. Let me get some TV time. Let me tell my grandkids that I scored in Rupp Arena.
I played against Kentucky. Yay! You know, that's Purdue
Thank
is
you.
not an
It's
exhibition.
Thank you
it's-
very much.
It's still gonna be an all-out war, though.
Man, that's the thing. Is Purdue going to have all their players playing?
Yeah.
Is Kentucky going to have all their players playing?
Right.
Everybody but JQ.
Why he ain't playing?
He ain't gonna be healthy enough. He's
No,
not gonna.
he's going to be healthy.
No,
he's going to be ready to go.
No,
day one.
September.
No,
September.
It's 2025.
No,
He's going to be ready to go. Day one. Day one.
September. He's going to be ready.
He's ready.
He's already been making threes. He's ready.
It's
He's got
2025, Big Mike.
yeah. Medical inventions to say you gonna have to get.
Okay. If he's not playing, tell me why.
Cause he ain't ready.
No. If he's ready and he's not playing, tell me why.
Cause he's waiting.
No, don't do that. Tell me why.
Because statistically,
because if exhibitions don't mean nothing.
We don't want to take a chance on him getting hurt in an exhibition game.
Yeah.
And
But
we
everybody-
play at Purdue. What kind of
everybody
stuff
else-
is that? You
everybody
know how
else-
much. You know how big that game could be in prime
That
time.
that could've been
Purdue and
good.
Kentucky,
Yeah.
and we playing an exhibition game.
Yeah.
In October.
Come on now.
Yeah.
You remember when Apollo Creed
Yeah.
in Rocky,
Yeah.
he going against the big Russia and it was exhibition.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he took it too far.
Straight took it to yes.
That's not what it is. Yep. I feel you.
See, the Russian was like, I'm just gonna give you a couple jabs
Yeah.
and rough you up a little bit.
Yeah.
But he started doing all this dancing and
Yeah.
singing and everything. He's like, oh no, I gotta bring the real stuff to you now.
Yeah.
See,
Hey,
that
didn't turn out good for him.
That's what happens when you FAFO.
Mm,
Yeah, I guess
You
so.
heard it.
Yeah. You're right about
you
that.
heard it. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I ain't saying nothing else.
High five.
I'm gonna need y'all to take
Over
that.
this way.
I'm gonna need y'all to take this nonsense and go somewhere else. Okay, don't do that. Not tonight. Okay.
Come on, man. Big Mike, man.
But he's right.
An exhibition game.
Hey, Kentucky gonna be ready though. It's gonna be fun though. Are you gonna watch it?
What if? Of course, I'm gonna watch. it.
Okay, then. Well,
But-
then it's important. then.
But what if they had Duke on the schedule? It was an exhibition game.
We would still love it. I mean, we would want it to be real, but we would still love it.
Would you consider Gonzaga an exhibition?
Yeah. If
Oh, come on, Mike.
that's what they was calling it, good thing it counts.
PC, what are we going to do with him?
Lady Bass, how you doing, Kevin? Who Otis? Thanks for joining in. I probably already called you BC right though. Yeah, BC right, but I don't want to tell him that. You know what I mean? And Leah's right, and I don't want to tell her neither.
Oh, you over here pulling my chain?
You know what I mean? Hey,
Get my blood pressure.
Look.
all up and
hey, Big Mike got too much pride over here. Not tonight, okay? Not tonight.
Did
Okay?
I take my meds today?
Look. This is gonna be a long flight for me going to Saudi and be like, man, I didn't want to talk to them at night. They just hey guys, I ain't going. I need another week to cool off right now. I won't be going. So
He can't leave Wednesday now.
absolutely, please not. So that's great. Hey guys, don't forget, man, July the 19th, we have an event coming on. I don't know how to throw this up on the screen. If I was using the other program, I would know how to do it. 21's a guy for that. I need to figure out how to do that for situations like this. But we have an event coming up in July 19th.
Do you have it, Mike, with you?
I do have it. Let me see.
And you can also go to the Loyal BBN Fan Show page on Facebook, and Mike's posted it too. It
Yes,
still
I have.
has
Yeah,
21.
him and 20, me and 21.
And I have too.
Yeah, Leah has. I think Jimmy has too as well. The picture. Let me see. I thought I had a picture of it.
I do.
It's on my other phone.
You can change the layout, then go and put it up in one of the screens, or you can do it as a whole.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I put it somewhere.
I can send it to you real quick if you need it.
Tell you what, I just reposted again. If you haven't heard about it, because I had to go and download it and then bring it back up and all that kind of stuff. But I'll post it again as a reminder in the post as well. So 4 minutes because he's saving him for March. Uh, Pope not playing JQ 4 minutes because he's saving him for March so he can take off fresh legs. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, that event is on July the 19th. I had a picture right here. It's called Buckets for Bluegrass Charity 3 versus 3 event. Kentucky content creators face off in a basketball tournament. It'll be 8 teams. Entry fee if you want to get your business or whatever on a jersey. It costs get a hold of 21. And I'll post this picture again. I had it right here, but I'll post it again. So look out for this again. But I have already posted it as well. So I'll post it again as well, too. Oh, that's pretty clear. Let me get over here. That's pretty good. But I'll post it again so you guys can see it as well, just what it's about. But it's going to be fun. And I really wish I was going to be here for that.
Yeah. And you might see me there. You never
that'd
know.
be cool. So, I won't be
I
there.
hope you do show up, BC.
I won't be there in the house to be there, but I would definitely be praying for the success of it. And this is all not for me. I'm not getting the money, and 21 is not getting them. Or let me. Kentucky Live is not getting the money, which is AKA 21. All the money is going to the London victims, and this is all for them. And it's going to be at the ice ring, at the Lexington Ice Center in Lexington, of course. And so it's going to be on July the 19th as well. So please, I'm sorry.
At 2:00.
At 2:00. There you go, Leah. Yeah.
Admission is $10 a person.
Yes.
Get there early so you make sure you get in.
Yeah.
And it's $50 a person to get in if you want to play on a team.
Okay. That's new information for me too. So I appreciate that. Yeah. Special thanks to the first sponsor. So, and if you want to help sponsor, or if you want to donate or whatever, it'll be a QR code too as well. Actually, the QR code is for you to watch the ball game. If you want to donate or if you want to be a sponsor, there's an email on it for Kentucky Live. I think it's Kentucky Live. It's KY Live Show at gmail.com. You can email. I gotta get better at this. I don't do this enough. So you can actually email him and he can tell you exactly how to get involved and be a sponsor if you're interested. So let's let's
there's
support
no
that.
advance purchase on tickets.
Yes, no advance.
First come, first serve.
Yes, first come, which is really good. Hey Jay, so I met JW. BC, he's the one who's talking about the quarterback, move from the quarterback. But I met JW this weekend, and he took me to eat at the Cellar, and that was a good burger, bro. That was really good. In Lex, yeah, in Lex. So I went there. He treated me and my wife to lunch, and we had a really good time, man. I think our waiter's name was Emily. She was really cool too. So thank you so as well for your hospitality. But I think that's kind of like my so Kentucky Rick actually posted a link, and I think that's the link for it right there. So Kentucky Rick, thank you so much for that too as well. Don't forget, if you follow any women's sports, especially NBA and stuff like that, please go ahead and jump on over and talk to Kentucky Rick. This guy is all over. So I know it's not a lot of sports going on, but WNBA is happening right now. I know the College World Series stuff, softball. I think softball is done. Did Texas win Did Texas win it?
I think they did.
Texas?
Didn't they?
Yeah, I think it was
I think Texas won it.
Won it.
So, but Kentucky Rick he's following everything as well. I think they did win it, and I watched the game while I was in New York of those guys, and those guys should have lost the ball game, but they ended up winning it all. So, congrats to those guys as well.
Nice.
Yeah. But JW, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
He said you stole his burger.
Oh, he stole my burger, y'all. It was good. Thanks, Mike, for posting this on your Facebook to fundraise for the London. Absolutely. Well, Carl, I thank you for those words. I won't lie. I can't take really credit for it. It's really Kentucky Live, who actually brought me in with him as well too. He's putting it together. So I appreciate that. And it's a big shout out to Kentucky Live for for him getting out. He's doing a lot of work to make sure that this happens, and it's a success. That's for sure.
And if y'all want to meet us, come out.
Yes, come out. Some of them will actually be there at the event, and BC may actually pop in for sure. But please go and support that if you can. It will mean a lot. Once again, everything that we get is for the London. It's going straight to those guys. I won't even know. Yeah. But that's what it's all about. Is just to help those guys down there who was affected by the storm. That was pretty bad. And we need to get a quarterback sooner than later, according to BC. Unfortunately, Tim Couch is not walking through the door anytime soon.
Son.
Yeah, he got a he got a protege. So,
cousin.
Cousin, somebody, just a second cousin. You know what I mean?
6'4" quarterback, throw 70 yards.
You got a godson.
Like
yeah, I know, right?
Have y'all seen, speaking of football, y'all seen that kid in high school that can throw with both arms? He's ambidextrous and he's so totally badass.
No, I haven't seen him.
What grade is he in?
I want to say sophomore.
Well, Kentucky.
But he can throw and nail it with both.
Really?
You're the house on it.
So if he gets in trouble, if he's back there scrolling, he's in trouble.
He can throw with any hand. He
can just throw it any hand.
And he's dead on accurate.
That's okay. When he gets hit one time, he'll be scared after
that. Hey, man, that's the thing about football.
Yeah,
boy.
You get hit one time by one of them linebackers that's angry because you just showed them up 2 plays ago.
Every play, man. Every play.
They'll make you forget.
You come back to the huddle scared to death.
Yeah.
Every time.
But can you repeat that play, please? You heard what I said.
Yeah.
So
that's why I stopped playing.
So, absolutely.
I'm staying in Lex that night too.
Oh, okay, cool. See, I wish he told me the same day that because with this job and stuff, it takes about 3.5, 4 months for everything to process. You can't just get a job and come on, let's go. So it takes a while for you. So that's why I didn't really say anything, because it could have turned out that maybe my FBI background check came back bad, or I'm in trouble if that's the case. Then so, I'm in trouble at this point if my FBI comes back and it tells me, and I guess they wouldn't have gave me a secret clearance if that was the case. But yeah, I'm gonna miss everybody. The show's going to continue. It's going to keep going on, and we're gonna keep. Now, when the football season comes, we may adjust the schedule. We'll figure that out.
Kentucky fans ain't gonna like me football.
They gonna like you?
They're not gonna like me. They're not gonna like me.
But, hey, I just say that I become an emotional brother during football season. Okay,
You're not gonna like me football season.
I become very emotional during football, so that should be good and everything. But
I got you, BC.
Yeah. So
this gonna be good.
Nothing I usually say lately is good either.
I know, right? It's gonna be one of them shows. Carson, I'm just gonna suit up for Kentucky's quarterback. I can't do no worse than what they got. So when you got fans feeling like that, man, that we're in a bad position. But we just got to be patient. Let me add one last question before we go. Is the fan base being patient with the process at Kentucky football?
Yes, because they're still showing up to games. If they were done with it, it would be like Louisville basketball was a couple years ago, where they were giving away tickets. Nobody was showing up.
Yeah.
I think it's the expectations aren't high. There's no expectations. We got something to do on Saturday, and I think it's no expectations.
JW, of course, lives in Louisville, and he was telling.
Oh, no way!
Not Louisville. He lives in Lexington. My fault.
Oh, well,
my fault.
I'm close to Louisville. I was going to say, well, JW, we can meet up.
Yeah. I think with Kentucky sports, even with basketball, when people, when the malls are full during game day, when Kentucky's playing, whether basketball or football, that says something about where the programs are at. Now Kentucky basketball, people are home watching now. Streets are empty. You can go move throughout Lexington or whatever. But as far as like when football's on and it's still a lot of people out on the road, that means people don't care no more. That means I'm not staying home watching that. I'm not going to give up my Saturday to watch this. So if people making plans during football season, usually be like, I'll make plans after the season's over. Now, nope, I'm making plans today. So when you see that, I think that speaks volumes where the program is at. So if the rows are full during game day, then people don't care. If the rows are empty, people are still brought into what's going on, and until that changes, I think that's good to measure where it's at.
I've been watching first 2 quarters.
Have you? And that's it, huh?
I watched it halftime. Then I got cut it off.
I ain't gonna
Do you
lie,
cut it off for real?
There was a few I did.
Heck yeah.
There was a few I was just like, I can't
off.
do this. Yeah.
At the halftime, I'm turning it off. The game that I watched the whole game, and I was at the edge of my seat, was the Georgia game. And I'm like, man, we could beat them.
Yeah, man.
But then
we blew it.
No QB.
No QB. Yep. All we had to do was score a touchdown, bro. We would have beat Georgia this year. Couldn't get it done.
Defense was off the chain that game.
I
was so surprised. I was like, man, whoa. We might not be able to score, but we're gonna stop some people.
Yeah, we held them really well.
And I think we played South Carolina. I think we played South Carolina the game before that, didn't we? And just laid an egg and just didn't do nothing that
month. We laid a lot of eggs.
We laid a lot of eggs. You say that's the norm now.
Rotten.
Yeah, they was rotten. Yeah.
That's why I said, man, halftime it's like, oh shit, this
for real. Man. Yep.
Vandy game was exciting. But
yeah, we should have won that Vandy game. But that quarterback wanted it more than we did. He wanted it one more than all of Kentucky did.
That's the truth. That's No, we didn't have a quarterback.
Carl says Kentucky fans have been impatient, but you can only be patient for so long. Mark Stoops keep messing up everything. He needs to go. One thing about Kentucky fans, they're gonna let you know when they don't want you there.
But that's why I'm saying though. That's why I'm like, the expectations aren't there for football.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, got a football season, excited about it. We're not expecting nothing.
Yeah.
Because if Kentucky was expecting playoffs or win, not national championships, but just playoffs,
yeah,
man, like I said, he would have been gone a long time ago. That's just like Mark Pope. Mark Pope's in the pan. Okay. We have talked about that.
Yeah.
When you come to coach at Kentucky, you in the pan. Stove might not be on, but you in the pan.
Yeah.
That's not like that for football.
Well, I like what George said. Stoops is like a robot when it comes to media engagement. He gives the fan base no hope, broken record on repeat. Who does that sound like from 2019 until last year when he left? Who does that sound like? Calipari and his same song and dance.
Yep, fan base no hope.
Stoops has been the same way.
Yep.
Because he's got nothing to say.
Well,
he can't explain why we're in the toilet.
No, and it starts at the top.
It does.
Start at the top. And if he doesn't fix that, then we got a lot of problems. So he's got to find a way to fix that. And
get a quarterback.
I hope sooner than later, that's for sure. I missed a lot of comments of BC's. BC, where you from?
The Bluegrass State. Kentucky boy. Thoroughbred.
Otis says, what do you think about Tyron Stokes visiting campus yesterday and today? Yeah. I mean, he's number one recruit in class 2026, ain't he?
Yeah.
Or he's up there. Is this somebody that Mark Pope can go out and get? He's Can he find a way to bring in the number one recruit?
Cornrows and all, brand everything.
But here's the thing, though. Does it depend on how we do this year again?
It's Kentucky basketball, man. It's Kentucky basketball. That's like what? See, we've been talking about football, and that's so bad. But when we talk about basketball, it's elite.
That's different.
That's different.
So we gotta wash our hands and start a new conversation, huh?
Yeah, you gotta wash your hands and do all the before you step in the room of holies.
Yeah,
when you mention Kentucky basketball, that's a totally different thing right there.
Different story right there.
Yes, different ball game.
Yeah,
it's a different ball game, man.
Well, I mean,
that's not like football.
I look
baseball. It's a different world.
See, nobody. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with this statement from nobody. If Mark Pope wants him, he gets him.
Yes. I agree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna see then.
Why you don't agree with that?
I don't know. It's just. I think. Look, you're one up on the Coach Pope. It's great. I love Coach Pope, and I'm excited. Leah gonna bite my head off. I'm seeing she's looking at me like, watch what you say there, buddy.
Because now we're talking about money. See, the thing Kyle Perry was a great recruiter.
Yeah.
And he was a great coach, if in my opinion.
Yeah.
But now that money, dog, and you adding that with the Kentucky?
With the prestige of the university? I guess you got to point nobody. Okay, I can see that.
Yes.
With the new life that's been has resurrected the Kentucky basketball program and the excitement surrounding it and all the things that Mark Pope is bringing to it. We're getting a new training facility.
Yes.
Like there's so many things that are going to help him get the guys he wants.
Well, let's win some games, man.
Because now it's all about that money.
Oh yeah.
It ain't about how good a recruiter you are. It's like AI. It levels the playing field.
It does.
I can be a great artist. I can give you some work from AI that you think I was Michelangelo or somebody.
They can do it for you.
Because AI is for non-talented people.
Well, I love AI.
I said it.
Yeah. Hey, it can help you be what you want to be.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what all that money now floating around in college, it levels the playing field.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Well, I hope he can get that kid, man.
You be BYU and get the number one player coming out of high school.
Yes, you sure can. Yep. It's they got a pretty good player this year coming in at BYU. Yeah. It cost the whole state of BYU to get him.
It did.
But they got him.
Really
they
got him.
Yeah, they got him. So other schools, especially basketball schools, after watching what BYU did, and I don't even know. I know Boogie got paid for going to Florida. I don't know if he got $7 million. That was the initial price tag that was first floating around. I don't know how much he got, but it cost him to get him. So.
Yeah, it did.
Which means, which means Coach Pope is going to do the same thing, Leah.
Yep, it does. And I don't doubt he would. I mean, if Stokes is as great as he's supposed to be, give him the money. It would be no different. I mean, it is different because he's going to be a freshman coming in. He's not a proven player with experience, anything like that. Like Oweh getting $4 million.
Yeah. Is that what he got?
Yeah. That's what I heard from more than one source.
Oh yeah, he definitely coming back. he was definitely coming back,
That I heard that from more than one source. So
okay. But that's crazy because his brother got a lot of money. So it ain't like he's hurting for money. But he want his own money though.
Yeah,
his own money.
He want his own money though.
That's his name. Can't nobody just all of a sudden say, "I am tired of giving you money every week." No, he can
$4 million
have his
own.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, I'd love to do that. $7 million from one player, Lord Withrow, is a lot. I agree with you as well too. Half the art, news, and music is now AI. Yep, that's true, man. Somewhere he wants to feel home to him. He's always like Kentucky basketball. Otis said that. Okay, what's that, Leah?
I was reading Carl's. He said, I bet $100 bill right now. Whoop, it's gone.
It left. Oh, right here. I'll put it up for you, Leah.
I bet $100 bill right now Boogie Flynn will not play a full season in Florida.
Where you say you get hurt?
He probably will.
Okay, so Boogie only got 2 million. Okay, so I know the initial when they first started talking about it was 7.
Yeah.
Lee got. I'm not sure. Lee got 6 million. Is Lee somebody that was already on Florida? I think. Yeah,
I believe so.
my Florida played.
Yeah, I think wasn't he the forward?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If I played for Bear Bryant.
Rare 3. Thanks for joining the show. I appreciate it. My grandfather played for Bear Bryant at UK. I love Pope, but UK football is my blood, and this season will be like the Oakland game for 4 months. It would be horrible.
Oh.
It would be abysmal. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Man, I love football too, man. That's what's so bad about it. I love football too.
Yeah, I love it when they good, man. It's good, man.
Man.
Rare 3. Yeah, we heard. We talked about that earlier. Vince leaving for Louisville.
Yeah, Texas Tech softball pitcher Neja Kennedy. I think it's how you say her name, Kennedy. She got 1 million. Yeah, she's the highest paid. Well, she was. I'm not sure if it changed, but I know she was the highest paid softball player.
Man.
Lord Withrow says, did Morrow go from being one of the most loved coaches to the most hated in a couple of hours?
That's a good question. What do you guys think? That's why I asked the question.
I don't hate him. Get his money.
Oh yeah. I mean, he got a major promotion.
Anybody going from tight end coach
to GM?
GM?
Yeah.
How you gonna hate that?
Yeah, how you gonna hate that?
You can't. You got to be happy for the man, and he's always going to be loved by Kentucky fans. I think. I don't think people are going to hate him.
And I think this role fits him, bro. Yeah, because he loves talking to people. He loves being around people. So I think he really cares about his. Under player, money is all over Texas, not as much in Kentucky. Yeah, there's a lot of money in Texas, and it's being thrown around. That's for sure. America, yeah. He will get booed though, for real.
Arkansas and the Tyson chicken money couldn't keep Boogie.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and that's a lot of money out there. They have Tyson overseas in the Middle East, so
a lot
Tyson's chicken,
yeah,
nuggets and stuff like that. Yeah,
a lot of people
for real.
Yeah. That's part of my menu.
A lot of Kentucky fans boycotted Tyson as soon as Cal went there.
Yep.
I didn't know they eat chicken over there.
They don't eat pork.
Oh, yeah. Pork.
That's why lamb chops here in the States cost you an arm and leg. Lamb chops over there cost you about $3. I never can cook them right, so I stopped buying them. They always taste gamey after I cook them. So I can get so I stopped.
I can help you with that.
What's that?
I can help you with that.
Put it in lemon.
Make them not gamey. No.
Yeah. How's that?
Milk. If you soak them in milk.
Yeah.
And let them just soak in milk, it'll take that gaminess out of them, and then you cook them.
I didn't know that. I've been going back and forth overseas for years now, and I'm never drinking milk overseas. That's the one thing that I just don't do.
Well, you don't have to drink it. Just soak the lamb chops in it.
I probably will.
The gamey taste out.
I will.
I had to do that cooking deer.
Why you don't drink milk overseas?
I don't know. I haven't had cereal.
Milk.
I haven't had cereal since 2020.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is it goat milk?
I don't know what it is. I ain't tried.
Probably is camel milk.
Camel milk. It's camel milk.
Oh,
that's it. It's camel milk.
the farm. So for real. So China brought Tyson like 8 years ago. China owns Tyson. Yeah, I won't be doing that then. Vince is smart, stupid, stuck in the mud. I like that what George said, man. He said Vince is smart. He got a big promotion, and Stoops is just stuck where he's at. So,
Yep.
but to me, that says a lot about the football program when you got your right hand guy basically says, "I'm out of here," and well, I mean, I'm not sure if they wanted to get rid of Eddie Grand,
Hey,
so
man.
so Vince could take it, but
Hey, man.
what?
Kentucky could have just came off a national championship. He's leaving to
So
go
just-
be a GM.
So just get over it, huh?
It don't matter how good Kentucky is in football, how bad it was. When you go from tight end coach and you getting a promotion to be a GM,
You gone.
man, come on, man. Come on,
Janitor
man.
to principal.
Yep.
Somebody in Louisville love him.
Riches to regs, huh? That's it. I mean, a reg to riches.
It's gone, man.
That is it, man. For real.
It's gone.
I would boo my grandmother if she left UK for Loserville.
Okay.
Well,
You're right
man.
there. So, some people
So
just
do
don't
you-
like Louisville.
do you
I
not like?
don't like Louisville either, but
Yeah.
like I said,
I don't either. But a man
Like,
going
hey.
where he can make money is making
Yes.
money.
That's the only reason why I'm leaving, going over to Saudi. Otherwise, I love America, but America don't want to pay me what these guys want to pay me.
Well, see,
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Yes, same
Same-
thing.
same
Yeah,
thing.
You got to go where the money is.
gotta go. Yeah, you gotta do what's best for your family.
I would go to Louisville if they're gonna pay me some big money.
You say, I can still secretly wear my Kentucky stuff
Yeah,
when
I
I
still-
when
hey,
I ain't work.
I tell them I'm a Kentucky fan,
I'm a Kentucky fan.
but I'm gonna do everything in my
Exactly,
power
yeah.
to make Louisville better and whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Because that's what you paying me to do.
That's what you paying
Right.
me. Hey, let's put our differences aside and let me do my job.
Right, that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be gone too.
When I get that paycheck, I'm still a Kentucky fan when I leave here. So,
Yeah.
and when I walk in the door, so
Hey, money talks, man.
that's right.
Xavier and Lee, he must. Ooh, I can't wait
Talk
to play
all
Florida.
languages.
That's the universal says I says you all right. That's for sure right there. So China owns Tyson. I put my own grandmother.
I was born in Louisville, but I ain't no Cardinal.
What I'm gonna right here. Let me throw this up right here. JW says, Big Mike, when am I gonna meet BC and Miss Leah? I'm ready. Hey man, just so
Man,
they're on the show. Leah
we'll
does
make it
Wednesday
happen one
nights.
day,
Yeah,
man. We're gonna make it happen.
they will for sure. Yep.
I'll be in Lex for the event,
July 19th.
July 19th.
The Kentucky Ice Center. That's
Yeah.
where it's gonna be held. They'll be there. So anything else, guys, before I close out?
I can't think of
Yeah.
Tim Couch.
Tim Couch.
Man, you gonna be getting on a plane, man. Three flights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
14-hour one. Is that your first or last?
My middle one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pray for
After-
Big Mike.
Because after that, I got to get off the plane for another 2-hour layover and then get back on the plane for another 2 hours.
exactly.
Long day.
It's
a long day.
It's really going to be
It's
a long day for sure.
I'm going to take a lot of Advil for my knees. That's for sure. I am. But look, anyway, thank you guys, Leah, for coming out tonight. I appreciate it. BC, thanks for jumping on with us again tonight. Always appreciative of you guys joining us. It means the world. I know Jimmy got some stuff going on. So, Jimmy, we with you. I know 21's working his butt off. 21, we with you too as well. Until next time you guys see me, I'll be sitting in a very different environment.
Safe travels.
Yeah, and it
Might-
will be
might see some sand behind.
and it will be dark when you talk to me. I promise you that it will be dark and it will be early. So thank you guys for everything. I appreciate it. Once again, you can reach me, you can text me or whatever at 270-220-0994. That's the Loyal BBN Fan Show text line. Please hit me up. I always love hearing from people. Let me tell you guys, the only downfall of being overseas and 8 hours ahead is that when I wake up, I'm getting all the old news. And it's always when I go to sleep, then the world starts happening. And then when I wake up, I got all kind of texts did you hear this? Did you see this? And by the time I get to talk about it, everybody in the world's already talked about it 10 times. And it's kind of like, yeah, man, we heard it already. What's new? So that's the only bad thing about it, besides doing the post-game shows when it's real time. But until next time, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. I'm going to log off my computer and I'm going to put it in a suitcase. And I'm going to go downstairs and pack. And I'm look miserable until I get on my flight. I am. But I love all you guys. Thank you guys for supporting the Loyal BBN Fan Show. You guys matter. I didn't get to throw up all the comments, but I wanted to. So hopefully I got the chance to throw up different variety of comments tonight, because you guys matter and you guys make up the show, because without you guys, we would just be here, just be talking. So we appreciate you guys. Until next time, go Cats. I don't want that. Sorry about that. I still got it wrong. That's why I got what's the name? There you go.